Governor Herbert says Utah schools are now under a soft closure for the next 2 weeks. Districts will determine how they handle this. Some students will go to online learning. Others will go pick up a packet of homework. Leaders say this is a preventative measure.
Clearly the answer is proactively addressing things. What we don't want to become is Italy or Seattle.
Schools will still provide meals to children as needed, and doors will be open for those who need it. Next Thursday, state leaders will decide whether any makeup days will be required. Comcast is offering 2 free months of internet access to low-income families to help with online schoolwork. Comcast is doing this through its Internet Essentials program, which helps low-income families access the internet year-round. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is making temporary adjustments to temple worship around the world due to COVID-19. Starting Monday, ordinances for the dead, such as baptisms and sealings, are suspended. Live marriages and sealings will be accommodated with restricted guest capacity and by appointment only. So far, 6 Utah residents and 3 tourists in Summit County have tested positive for coronavirus. The latest patient from Salt Lake County is believed to have contracted it in New York State. No Utahns have died from the virus. Community transmission has not been reported. The Utah Department of Health says there is still a level of uncertainty.
We can't predict exactly how it's going to respond to the interventions we're doing, and so it's something we're just going to have to do the best we can to make sure the peak is lower and watch and wait and see what happens.
The Utah Public Health Laboratory has tested more than 300 patients for COVID-19 so far. Drive-through testing locations have started popping up around Utah. Patients first need to meet over the phone or online with healthcare providers before coming to be tested. Then they'll drive up to a stall where a worker will be waiting in protective gear. They'll swab the patient while sitting in their car and then send that sample to be tested at the lab.
We consider ourselves to be in the public trust, and so getting this set up early and preparing for a surge early is, we really wanted to make sure that was in place because we know that people are looking to us.
University of Utah Health says they can handle about 150 patients a day at one of these locations. A Harriman man exposed to the virus last week in Colorado is frustrated with the process. Casey Garland is under self-quarantine waiting for his results. He learned someone in his small group contracted COVID-19 when he got back from a business trip last weekend. After more than 3 hours of recordings, dropped calls, and video conferences, he was finally able to get tested.
The technology that was available didn't work, and then the amount of people I had to talk to just to get the information I needed was absurd.
Utah Senator Mitt Romney sounded off today about testing issues around the country. He says our system has just not been up to snuff. I think a lot of people have been frustrated by it, and I am one of them. We caught up with Mark Jorgensen from St. George tonight. He's been in self-quarantine for more than a month with COVID-19. He and his wife were among several Utahns on a cruise ship off Japan. Mark says being realistic and staying positive is the key.
Panicking and worrying and stressing and freaking out is not going to change what is. I mean, if you get it, you'll survive it. And if you practice decent hygiene, it'll improve your odds not to get it. But even if you do get it, you'll be fine.
The World Health Organization says about 80% of people recover without needing medical treatment. Symptoms include fever, tiredness, and dry cough. Former Health and Human Services Secretary Mike Levitt will be our guest on 3 Questions this weekend. He'll address the seriousness of the coronavirus pandemic, whether we're all overreacting, and what we still don't know about coronavirus. Join us for 3 Questions coming up Sunday night on Fox 13 News at 9. If you have questions or concerns about the coronavirus, call the state hotline. The number is 1-800-456-7707. And you can find many other resources and stories about COVID-19 on our website, fox13now.com. Just click on the coronavirus tab at the top of the page. That's the Fox 13 Quickcast, the day's top stories in just 5 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Modern Family starts